Audiophile over-ear headphones. Let's check these out. Dave Taylor here, and I'm checking out these. These are the HiFiMan Edition XS over-ear audiophile headphones, and they come in this box, which I'm now going to get rid of just so we have some space. These are really cool headphones. They are designed to be audiophile. So the first thing you notice, no Bluetooth, no active noise canceling, nothing. The company has completely focused on getting the best possible sound reproduction, and they do that by using their Neo Super Nano diaphragm and what they call their stealth magnet design, which makes the magnets acoustically invisible. So there's no like standing waves bouncing into each other and stuff. It produces a clean, crisp, gorgeous sound. Now, they are wired headphones, and they come with an interesting wire because it's 3.5 millimeter on both ends that plug into the headphones. And then there's a 3.5 millimeter with a 1/4 inch adapter. So you can just put that on if you have old school gear, but more modern gear is using that 3.5 millimeter. And you have to match left and right, obviously. So let's see, this is left and this says left. So I plug this one in. Therefore, we can conclude the other one is right. And it's over ear. So the headphones are big. They go over your ears, which makes them ridiculously comfortable. In fact, the unit only weighs 14 ounces or 400 grams. It's really light. You could easily wear these for hours on end. Now, in terms of the actual acoustic signature, they can reproduce 8 to 50,000 hertz, which is way better than my hearing. And they have a surprisingly low impedance of only 18 ohms and 92 decibels of sensitivity. Now, they are an upgrade to the Edition X if you have those from HiFiMan. All the drivers and diaphragms and everything are different, and it's a lot thinner. For what kind of a headphone these are, and for the kind of sound reproduction they offer, they are remarkably thin in this section, because you can see most of that is actually just to create a space for your ears. So let's see, what else can I tell you? It's a memory foam headband. It is adjustable to some extent, and the earpieces are using the 3.5 millimeter connections, which means you can find third-party cables if you don't like theirs. I don't know why you wouldn't like theirs, but if you need to get a replacement, you have options. So here's how I auditioned them. I didn't want to just plug these into a device because they really need an amp. So I took my MacBook and I'm running some software called Qobuz, which is actually spelled Qobuz, and it is basically a high quality, master quality audio source that you can use. So it's like Tidal, but there's a lot I really like about it. Separate conversation. And so I have that running on my computer, and then I'm using this. This is awesome. This is the Ifi Hip Dac, and I've reviewed this separately on my YouTube channel. And this just is really great because it basically lets you plug into the USB-C, and you can plug it into a USB-A if you got that. So you plug it into your computer, and then this routes the output to here, and then this circuitry is considerably more sophisticated than what's built into the computer. So you get much better audio quality, and the volume goes way higher because it also acts as an amp. And then, it's complicated, right? So then I finally plug the headphones into the DAC and amp, and so that's my setup. So here's what I listened to is I went back in time and I went to the Alan Parsons Project album, I, Robot. And oh my gosh, putting these on and listening to that with that sort of early synth music. And if you don't know, Alan Parsons is also well known for being an engineer on albums. For example, Dark Side of the Moon by Pink Floyd. So Parsons really, really knows how to just like capture really big, beautiful audio. And it sounded amazing on these. It gets insanely loud because I have an amp here. So I had to dial that down, but boy, completely immersive experience. Now, having said that, I will say also that when I have these on, I don't really have any acoustic buffer that's stopping all of the ambient noise around me. So if you want to use these in a loud environment, then you're going to end up cranking them up fairly high. So in that sort of a situation, I would probably recommend something with ANC to sort of lower some of that background ambient noise. But if you're in a relatively quiet environment, these are just beautiful. So let's talk about the sound. Now, one of the big things is soundstage, right? So the soundstage is how big does the sound appear for you, sort of as a mental image. And these are just amazing, where if I close my eyes, I feel like I have this whole band or orchestra or group spread out in the recording studio. So there's a big sound stage, but just as important is that it's clean and crisp and precise. So you can just sort of mentally tune into a specific instrument. Like, let me just listen to the hi-hat from the drummer, and you can just really hear that, because it's just, there's such a precision to how they reproduce the sound. Now, some people have said that the Edition XS is a little bass heavy. I did not find that. I tried, in addition to Alan Parsons, I listened to some Kate Bush, I listened to some later Sting. All of those are beautifully engineered sound, and none of them came across bass heavy, but boy, they just have a big, rich sound. Eminently listenable. This is the level of listenable where you just close your eyes and forget what else you're doing and just remember how much you enjoy the music. So really, really big fan. Now, design-wise, they're not going to win any design awards. These are definitely not gamer headphones. They don't have any neon or fluorescent lights that pop up or anything. In fact, they barely even have the company logo present. It's right there if you're curious. But that's all good, right? Now, it doesn't come with a case. It doesn't come with a carrying bag. It's literally the headphones, the cable, and this little tiny adapter and some instruction booklet. That's it. So they will work. You can plug them straight into your phone or your iPad or your computer or your TV or whatever you want, as long as it is a 3.5 millimeter jack. It will work better with a better audio source. So that's something to consider. But they have put all their engineering effort and all their enthusiasm into making these sound beautiful, and they succeeded. These are wonderful headphones. They really easily could be $1,000, and I would be like, yeah, well, look, that's a reasonable price for something that has this sort of sound reproduction, but they're not. So let's talk about the price. However, before we get to the price, I'm going to ask if you could subscribe to my channel. A click or a tap on that subscribe button, and we're connected. Excellent. Now, in addition, give me some feedback. Leave me a comment, give me a thumbs up. Always appreciate what you wish I would have covered or what you are really appreciative that I did cover. Okay, these are the HiFiMan Edition XS over-ear audiophile headphones, and they are $499 at Amazon.com, and you should go there and read the reviews. People love these, and there's a good reason for it. If you're tired of thinking that your earbuds are giving you great audio reproduction, they're not, then it might be time for you to upgrade to something at the audiophile level like these. So as for me, I think I'm going to go back to my Alan Parsons, which means I'll have to catch you in my next video.